Helen Keller once said, "A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn." And I think that's worth reminding ourselves of. So I'm going to remind you of that and myself of that in this episode of the VOHeroes podcast. What a great statement. A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. And we see things coming at us that are curves that are thrown at us that are, just awful moments when we feel like we're a failure, or we feel, why did I even go into this business? Why am I a voice talent? Why am I an actor? Why did I do this? Look at how everybody else is doing so much better than I am. Do I want to continue with this? I haven't seen anything happen to increase my profession, increase my productivity, my abilities. You get these kinks that happen. But it's always worth remembering that these happen to everybody. Doesn't matter where you are in your journey. You, me, people who are way ahead of us, people who are just getting started, wherever you are in your journey, there's always going to be little speed bumps along the way. There's going to be curves in the road, bends in the road. And those things tend to be what we focus on, rather than the notion of we can put the brakes on, we can take that curve at a little bit slower speed, maybe look at how we're handling things, look at how we're doing things, or just be patient with the notion that it's a little dry right now in terms of auditions. It's a little dry right now in terms of pins and avails and maybe even bookings. But the notion of wanting to fail to make the turn, that's it, I'm done, I'm out, I'm not going to do this anymore, it's just too hard on me mentally. Sometimes just acknowledging that that's how you feel can give you the opportunity to make a change, can give you the opportunity to take that bend a little bit easier. You make the turn a little bit easier. Sometimes we get overwhelmed with the lack of progress that we have, or the lack of opportunities that we have. It's hard to believe, but even people who you think work all the time go through that stuff as well. So, I just wanted to stop by and remind you, and while I was at it, remind myself, because there have been some bends in the road lately for me as well, that a bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. And I hope that helps. I really do. Give me your thoughts in the comments below if you're on VOHeroes.com. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. I'd love to hear if you are able to do that, if you're able to make those turns, if you sometimes have to remind yourself about that sort of thing. Let me know. If you want to, hit the like button as hard as you want, and like this channel. You can subscribe to the channel. You can be notified of new episodes by hitting that bell that you see somewhere on this page. I'd love if you did that, or if you forwarded this on to another actor that you think might benefit from this message. I hope so. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of the VOHeroes podcast.